Now, I have to ask you off top. One of my buddies, I'm not sure if it's true, but he told me I asked, are you doing music too on the side? Just curious.
Nah,
No, okay.
I haven't done no music, man.
You know,
That.
I was scrolling through. I saw that you had your jeweler. You had your own personal jeweler. You have the swag.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I got my jeweler. Shout out to Highline. He blesses me and Hayward.
mm.
But nah, man, I'm not a rapper. That man.
I mean, you got the swag and everything. What do you do on your free time, though? Just curious do you play any games? You doing the Call of
You
Duty
guys
stuff?
might hear a song maybe one day. Nah, but I bowl. I like golfing.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm not too much of a gamer. I hop on. I play, but I'm not much of a gamer.
And I know you're competitive, so does that help fuel your competitive nature playing golf? And you said bowling was
Bowling, yeah. Little ping pong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does for sure. I'm never trying to settle for number two. Always trying to win. So for sure, all the time, I'm always something to get better at.
You compete with your dad with it. I know you guys have a really good relationship. Did you guys kind of duke it out on the bowling alley here and there?
Not the bowling alley, more like ping pong or pool.
Who's better?
I always say me. That's a biased question.
Now, I heard Jay Prince is pretty good on the ping pong table now.
Yeah, I was talking to Jay. He said he could play with the left or right hand. So I'm going to step up my game before I see him.
You've seen him play though, right? Like you've seen him.
I haven't witnessed him play.
Okay.
I've seen a little video, like 5-second video, but nothing like a game or something.
That's a big deal if you can beat Jay Prince on the ping pong table. Now that's some
I'm
bragging rights.
He's the man. He's the man. I'm trying to get my bragging rights.
Now, you have a lot of positive, influences now with Jay Prince and your dad. How much has your dad been this great influence for you and over this course of time throughout this coronavirus and your boxing career?
Great. He's everything. My coach. He was my manager, but now he's co-managing. And everything's going smooth. And he's there the whole time. He's my motivator. I mean, it's just me and him. At first, it was just me and him. So that tells you how much it was. We leaned on each other.
And just curious on the background amongst, your father. Did he get to box a little bit or do anything, before
he trained? He trained, but he didn't get to pursue his career. He never really had a fight, but he was in the boxing gym. We come from his dad. My grandpa loved to watch boxing, so that's where we got it from. My pops was always a big boxing fan. All the big time fights, all of that Trinidad fights, all of that Oscar fights. Big time boxing fan.
What fights did you watch growing up as a kid, and just kind of to pick some of your brain?
I like to watch a lot of Roy's fights. I was a big fan of Roy. Oscar, during time. Felix Trinidad, Fernando Vargas, all of them, man. Whoever was right there in that area. Because when I was around my pops, he was always watching boxing. I was right there next to him.
When you watch those big fights, and seeing that the coronavirus has kind of hit, and you see those big pay-per-views and the big crowds and stuff like that. Do you think that's going to affect, anything, not your performance because you're a great fighter, but just the feeling of just being out to perform, normal like you do, like the Stockton hometown and things like that?
It's going to feel a little different, but it's all about tunnel vision. Know what you're there for. For sure, you got to be locked in and focused.
And seeing that the big fights may go down without a crowd potentially this year, I would love to get your maybe your picks and predictions on some of the stuff they announced, not officially.
Call, man. I'll give you all my predictions.
Well, one of them right now, if you don't mind asking, just curious, it's the Danny Garcia, or should I say Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia?
Yeah, if Errol comes back, the same Errol, I say Errol Spence for sure. For sure.
And why is that?
Because he's real strong. He got good stance. Knows this. He always goes to the body. He tries to break down his opponents. And I just feel like he got the accuracy. I feel like Errol's probably just a little too much.
Now, some people might look at the Danny versus Sean and the Sean versus Errol, and they were both really close. Do you think this fight?
Well, Sean, he got that style, you know. He breaks kind of your style. He tries to ruin your game plan. He tries to get all up in you. So I see Sean. He's tough fighter to fight and keep control of.
You know, with that, do you see that fight with Errol and Danny being close like that, or can Errol actually pull away a really strong?
I see Errol making a clear victory.
Is there anything that Errol should watch out from Danny?
The hook. He throws his left hook. Danny's known for his hook. He knocked out Amir Khan with it, and Eric Morales. But that was even a good fight, and Eric was old, you know. So.
Is a left hook a good tool to go against the southpaw? You know,
it can be for sure. It's the closest hand to him to your left. So, well, it's always the closest hand, but they're right there to get hit with the right or left hook. But it's all about timing, distance, all of that, and one slip up, Errol got the power.
You know, another fight that you were underneath the undercard, and maybe one day that you'll be able to get that main card treatment. But the Deontay Wilder, or should I say now Tyson Fury Wilder 3, is set to play sometime in the near future. Do you have a final prediction on how the trilogy ends?
I say Fury again, man. He shocked me though. How he came out and did all of that. I watched the fight. I went to eat right after my fight. Ate a good meal at Carbone's. Came back, but man, Fury did his thing. He had a right game plan. And I feel like Fury's just watching for that right hand. He knows who to look out for.
Do you think Fury's the best heavyweight in the division?
Yeah. Right now, he's number one in the division, I say.
Who do you think would be a harder fight for Fury, Joshua or Wilder?
Probably Wilder.
Probably Wilder? It's just because of the power? It's unpredictable? Or?
Yeah, the power. But who knows? I can't really write off Joshua like that. But he was looking pretty bad against Andy. He wasn't looking like he was on it. But hopefully he can prove me wrong. You know what I mean?
And I guess lastly, just from you, is there any type of fights that you're looking forward to besides your own that may come down specifically that you're looking towards, like
fighters I'm looking forward to see fighting? Yeah,
just like a potential showdown. Any fights that you want to see?
I hear about that Canelo and Billy Joe Sanders. If that happened, that'll be a nice fight. I think that'll be a good one to watch.
Do you think people overlooking Billy Joe in that? Because I know Canelo is, many people's eyes, pound for pound, has proven himself in all different styles.
I think he's pound for pound.
But Billy's tricky, he moves around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't overlook him. I feel like that'd be a great fight. I still pick Canelo, but I feel like it'll be a great, intelligent fight.
Do you think Canelo can get the stoppage in that fight?
Of course, he got the power. He did move up weight, but he still got the power. But it'll be a little more tough against Billy Joe Sanders.
Now, of course, just lastly, before I let you go, I just want to make sure I give you, an opportunity on the floor to, speak on anything that you want to your fans, and just let anyone know about what you're up to and where they can follow you at social media.
Well, this only made me better, man. This only made me stronger. I only upped my game since the coronavirus and all that started. I wasn't the one resting. I wasn't the one chilling. I was the one working. So when I step in that ring and get ready, every time you see me, I'm gonna get better and better when I step in the ring. And big things are coming. And when I'm at the top of it, I'm not coming down. So we here to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So we're working, man. And my social media is G_squad_nation for Instagram and Twitter. Facebook is Gabriel Flores.